Have you ever felt stuck, uncertain about which way to go, confused about what decision to make? But then you took a walk, you went for a swim, you laid down in the grass, you watched a sunset, or just took a long, slow breath. And then suddenly, the answer came. The insight landed. Your direction became clear. If so, you've already had an embodied experience of ecosomatic cybernetics. Ecosomatic cybernetics is the art of steering our personal and collective futures through the integration of the wisdom of our bodies and the wisdom of the earth. It may sound complex, but the truth is you already know how to do this. And by building the skills to do this more consciously, we can create a better world for all of life. This is the heart of the work that we do here at the Amuna Academy of Multidimensional Living. I am one of our co-founders, Ganga Devi Braun, and today I'm sharing with you some of the principles of ecosomatic cybernetics and how we translate those principles into the skills that we build with our clients and our students, both in one-on-one coaching and in our cohort, Begin Within. The principles of ecosomatic cybernetics that we are exploring today are steering, adjusting your course through awareness and action, adaptation, recalibration in response to change, communication, flow of information across nodes, feedback loops. Everything tells us something about us. Set points, which is that we default to familiar equilibriums, and interdependence, that we all exist only in relationship. You have already experienced all of this, but you may not have had the language for it in your life. When you take a walk and find clarity, when a garden tells you what it needs, when you sit quietly and feel a clear yes or no in your gut, this isn't a metaphor. This isn't woo-woo. It's feedback. It's intelligence. It's steering your life, your systems, and the systems that you belong to. This is ecosomatic cybernetics already alive within you. So let's go a little deeper into each of these principles and share how we build the skills to translate these into your own life, your relationships, and the living world to which you belong. The first is steering. Steering is what the word cybernetics actually means. And in our work together, you will become more confident in how you steer your life. Through future self meditations, through moving through the V's, values, visions, vices, and virtues, and through writing rituals that accompany everything that we teach within Amuna, you will clarify your direction from the inside out. Adaptation. You will increase your capacity to grow stronger in the face of life's challenges. Adaptation means evolving with change, not resisting it. It requires a dynamic harmony of stabilization and expansion. In our work together, you will understand that trauma is not a static label that you have to wear for the rest of your life, but an adaptive response, one that you can understand, work with, and grow from. In this process, you will befriend your nervous system and find within you greater stores of pleasure, vitality, energy, and clarity than you ever knew possible. Communication. You will become more skillful in communicating with yourself, others, and life itself. You will cultivate communication skills for shared reality, reducing friction and increasing affinity with everyone you share the world with. And you will practice the dynamic harmony of active and open states to know when it is right for you to speak and be clear and be bold, and when it is right for you to soften, listen, and open to the field around you. With feedback loops, you will learn to tune into your body's signals and nature's messages with trust and responsiveness. This will come through cultivating felt sense attunement. Felt sense is the number one quality that determines whether therapy and inner work is actually effective for any of us, and you will cultivate that skill in a very, very deep way. You will understand the energy of emotions and the mindset spectrum and bring that wisdom back into your body and back into the signals that you receive when you are connecting with the living world. And you will cultivate polarity agility, understanding when someone in your space is in an active or an open state, and be able to polarize yourself and them into a shifted state, getting out of ruts, getting out of holding patterns, changing the patterns that keep you stuck. Set points are the familiar equilibrium that your system will continue to default to until and unless you do the work to adjust that set point. And in our work together, you will gain the tools to reset your inner defaults toward greater alignment and vitality. You will do this by remembering who you truly are in the most expansive possible way, by understanding your authentic self, and developing your own personal life compass that is a dynamic tool that can evolve with and support you for the rest of your life. And finally, but most foundationally, interdependence. You will reconnect with your place in the larger web of life and learn to create and live from that belonging. Together, we will study integral theory. We will understand the principles of bodhicitta and tikkun olam and many other beautiful ways of orienting toward reality from a place of deep interdependence. And we will together cultivate our ability to design felt futures for the thriving of all of life. This is what we do inside Emunah Academy, and this is what unfolds in Begin Within. It's our year-long journey, gentle, non-linear, steady, designed to help you cultivate inner clarity, emotional resilience, and collective wisdom. Everything we teach in Emunah is structured around education, embodiment, and empowerment to help you translate what you are learning into the widening circles of the rest of your life. We've created Begin Within to create a financially accessible, spacious container rooted in community for us all to grow with together. And we also love working one-on-one with clients in a very, very deep way to cultivate these skills. However you choose to begin, we invite you to begin within, but to know that our inner work is just the beginning of the wider work of our interdependent reality that we are all responsible for co-creating. This world is a living garden that needs to be tended together. I hope you join us.